Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach are a power couple whose relationship timeline stretches across almost a decade. The pair have managed to keep their personal lives relatively secret and shielded from the public eye. Together, they've used the intricacies of their own love story in films for the world to see. From collaborating on films to falling in love, Greta and Noah have proven that they're the ultimate Hollywood duo. So sit back while we take a deep dive into their love story and their growing family. Greta and Noah first met on the set of the film Greenberg back in 2010. Baumbach cast Gerwig alongside his wife at the time, Jennifer Jason Leigh. He and Jennifer had been married for 5 years around this time and had also welcomed their first child, a son named Rumour, just before the release of the film. While it may not have been love at first sight when Greta and Noah met, they certainly connected on their love for filmmaking. Unfortunately, Noah and Jennifer went on to get divorced in 2013 after 8 years of marriage. Soon after his split, Greta and Noah took their friendship to the next level and started dating. However, they kept their budding relationship pretty private because they didn't want anyone to get the idea that she played some part in his divorce. A source shared, Baumbach and Gerwig firmly placed the start of their romance at a point after his separation. Frances Ha was the first film the couple collaborated on, and it wouldn't be their last either. Noah directed and co-wrote the film, while Greta co-wrote and starred in it.
Partner Greta Gerwig is a huge influence, inspiration, and contributor. I mean, we're on, whether it's my movie or her movie, we're both very in it together, and it's a true collaboration.
At the time, they neither confirmed nor denied an existing relationship. However, in an interview with The New Yorker, Baumbach did let his admiration for Gerwig slip, comparing her to cinematic icons of Hollywood's golden age. He gushed, "Greta has old studio system chops." Of his creative partnership with Gerwig, Baumbach gushed, "What I didn't know is that Greta was this incredible writer. I mean, I had a feeling she'd be a great collaborator, but that writing really was kind of her thing when she was in college, so I really lucked out. It was amazing." The pair continued to work together. After Frances Ha came Mistress America in 2015, which was co-written by the couple.
I want to say hi to Greta, who, even though she made a movie too expensive for the Spirit Awards, she's no less independent than anyone here.
After several collaborations, it was clear that Greta and Noah showed a real admiration for one another in interviews. Baumbach shared, "Greta's one of the funniest people I'd ever met, both as an actor and a person, and she also has this incredible vulnerability." They finally confirmed their relationship with the public in 2019 when the couple stepped out holding hands together at the 2019 Oscars and Golden Globes. Gerwig's film Lady Bird was a frontrunner nominated for multiple awards at both ceremonies. When Lady Bird won Best Comedy at the Globes, Gerwig, during her acceptance speech, did something we can all relate to. She forgot to thank her boyfriend. Greta confessed, "I had an entire speech that I was going to give, and I got up there and none of it came out. I looked at Oprah and I was like, it's gone. I had a whole thing about him. He's my favorite writer and my favorite first reader." While they've kept most of their relationship out of the public eye, the couple gave a rare insight into their home life and how they help each other with their work. Baumbach shared, "I don't want to sound sickeningly happy, but it's a truly great thing to watch someone you love make something and love the thing they make. I don't know how else to say it without saying great a lot." Over the course of Greta's relationship with Baumbach, Gerwig has gone from an actress to a co-writer to an acclaimed director. Baumbach has been by her side for most of these changes, but he does not take credit for any of her accomplishments. Greta is also very aware of all the hard work she's put in for her own career. Though Gerwig explained that Baumbach has been the most important collaborator in her life, she knows she would have created movies on her own anyway. She said, "I'm lucky to find collaborators in kindred spirits, but I don't need a man, and I would have done it anyway." After almost a decade of silently strengthening their bond as one of Hollywood's most enduring couples, in 2019, Greta and Noah welcomed their first child together, a son they named Harold Ralph Gerwig. Gerwig shared that she gave him all the names. Greta graced the cover of December Vogue that year, cradling 6-month-old Harold. She opened up about having to keep her pregnancy a secret while filming Little Women. In her interview with the magazine, she revealed that she actually gave birth to Harold 24 hours after turning in her rough cut of the film. She shared, "I knew that as soon as I did that, some part of me would relax, and then the baby would come." For Gerwig, she felt like there was a definite overlap between having a child and making a movie. She expressed, "That feeling of forever being underqualified and kind of awed by the thing. After being together for almost 10 years, the couple revealed that they call themselves husband and wife, even though a wedding has not officially taken place.
Boyfriend sort of makes it sound like I just met him last week.
Yes, I agree.
And lover is disgusting.
Yeah.
And fiance makes it sound like there's an imminent wedding. And
Yes.
so none of it works.
So while they consider themselves husband and wife, there are no plans for a wedding just yet. In 2020, Gerwig's film Little Women and Baumbach's film Marriage Story were both nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Although they both collaborated on films numerous times and they had always given each other support during their working process,
Yeah, we already share a baby, so the nominations, that's easy.
she confessed, "It's very funny, but we did actually vote for ourselves. We were at our computers and I was like, just so you know, I'm going to vote for myself. And he said, okay, I'm going to vote for myself too." Baumbach admitted that the 2020 Oscars night results were easier because both films lost out on Best Picture. He shared, "We could celebrate that together."
I think we both have a tendency to be like that anyway, so it's nice when it's the same movie, when we're working on the same movie and we can get home and like hash out what the day was and what the next day will be.
Naturally, there is some form of friendly competition between the pair since they work in the same industry, but it never crosses the line of jealousy or resentment over either of their successes. Noah and Greta have always been supportive of one another's work and have been there to give their insight and opinion when asked for it.
I feel like it's more often the reverse, is that like one of us will write something and we're like, maybe it's not funny, and the other one's like, no, it's so funny.
That's true, yeah.
Most importantly, they're proud of their partner's achievements. They prefer to collaborate and not compete with each other. Baumbach shared, "I've been in a ton of therapy. If I show her something I'm writing or I show her a cut or something I'm working on that she's not directly involved in, the highest compliment she pays is, she says, 'I'm jealous.' Maybe if I was 25 and met her, I wouldn't have been able to handle it." The duo worked together once more on Netflix's White Noise, written and directed by Baumbach, with Gerwig starring opposite Adam Driver. And Gerwig offered directorial advice once on the set, saying of Baumbach, "He's incredibly open to suggestion." The truth is, I think if I had wanted to sit there all day, every day, even when I wasn't on the set, he'd be happy to ask what I thought of every shot. Laura Dern, who was close to the couple and appeared in both Marriage Story and Little Women, gave The Hollywood Reporter a glimpse of their relationship. Dern said, "They work so beautifully together, even when their work is separate. With Greta and Noah, you can't separate out the impact and influence they have on each other and how it impacts their individual work." In December 2022, the couple announced the exciting news that they would be expecting their second child together. During The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Greta confirmed that she's pregnant for the second time.
I am with child.
Yes, exactly. Baby number 2.
Number 2.
Greta opened up about motherhood, joking, "Babies are in a hallucination the whole time, and when they make eye contact with you, there's this kind of joy. Oh my god, someone else is in here too. And then they go away again into their hallucinatory world. That's pretty interesting to be around." She went on to gush about their firstborn Harold. "He's a good little baby. I could look at his face all day." Though Gerwig hasn't revealed any more details about her second child, including her due date, she did share her son Harold's thoughts on becoming a big brother. "It's hard to know what a 3-year-old makes of things that aren't existent yet in front of him," Gerwig admitted. "He's beautifully sophisticated in some ways, and then in other ways he asks, 'What language do they speak in New Jersey?'" While they prefer to keep their romance under the radar, it's pretty clear that Noah and Greta are one of Hollywood's most underrated power couples. Not only are their collaborations as filmmakers incredible, but their partnership in life is clearly one for the books. They've maintained respect and admiration for one another throughout their decade together, and we're sure that will never stop. We're so happy that Greta and Noah found love, and we're super excited about their growing family. We wish them only the best. Be well and be kind.